First opened back in 2012, we're live inside the cavernous Marlins Park in Miami. We celebrate Jackie Robinson Day with a great matchup between the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball on the show. Next. Caleb Smith, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Now at the plate, Ben Zobrist. And we are set for baseball here this evening. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball one. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, it hasn't been a very good homestand so far. They dropped the first 3 games. They open up a new series here, and they'd like nothing more than to get into the win column to get that first win of this homestand.
Yeah, hopefully they were able to shower off that last series. A whole new ball game, new team comes in, new problems, new opportunities. Let's see what they do today.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He had over 100 RBIs last year. That's the goal of every big hitter. If I can drive in 100, that means I had a good year, and I would say he had a pretty good year.
Stepping into the box, Chris Bryant, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And he takes ball 1.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Changeup laid off down around the shins.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
O'Brien is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
Batting third, the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Row. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Only 1 strike away from throwing a very strong first inning to begin the ball game. He looks sharp.
No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rizzo. A bouncer up the middle. Throw on to Walker at first, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order, and now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Tyler Chatwood gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Here's Starlin Castro. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, the second baseman, Starlin.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they'd been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty, I don't think this team can rest on its laurels right here. I know they've won 6 out of their last 9 ball games, but they come into this ballpark today, hostile environment. They're going to have to swing the bats early and get it going for the boys.
Oh, he breaks off a beauty there. 0-2 now.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
To short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, man, I really like the way Neil Walker is playing right now. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Stepping in, Miguel Rojas. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Here's the first pitch to him. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Rojas is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Anderson.
Into the box now, Brian Anderson. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch in on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. Miami down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Javier Baez, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch on its way. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Line drive to left. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. The throw into second. And a good decision to push it that time. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it. Bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Here's Jason Hayward now. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
The 1-2. Grounded softly to the right. Castro gonna have to hurry, and the throw by Castro takes care of him for the first out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. And let's take a look at Brian Anderson. This guy, when I see him out there on the field, I think of one thing. He's a ball player. Offers versatility for his manager. Outfield, little third base. He was fighting for the 2018 Rookie of the Year.
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Great situation to be up at the plate right now. But if you're on the mound, there is absolutely no reason to give in to him. Stay on the outer quadrants of the plate and don't get beat in the middle.
Rojas is up with it, and indeed he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Ball 1 to start the at bat. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. He's fallen behind now 3-1. Taylor Davis would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Hit toward the right side. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Cubs are on top 1-0. It is Curtis Granderson. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers with Tyler Chatwood. Batting at an even .400. 2 of those hits were for home runs. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And the first pitch to the 38-year-old veteran is in for a called strike. 0-1.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
Counts even at 1-1 for Granderson.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
He breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit softly down the line at first. The next 3-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2.
Batting 6.
Here's Neil Walker. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Counts even at 1-1 to Walker. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. It remains 1-0. Into the box now, Taylor Davis. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Taylor Davis.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Davis playing here in his age 29 season. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
Ready with the 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Granderson on the move. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. And with that, we give you a look at what's happening in the NL East race. And now the Cubs pitcher, Tyler Chatwood, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike taken up in the zone. One out, nobody on. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
2 balls and a strike to count. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
One thing that could nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here.
Full count, 3-2. Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he lays off here. It's ball 4, and that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch, and even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
From the stretch. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Chatwood leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. A ball and a strike.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
You know, D-Roll, that's not a bad way to keep it going. A base hit right there. Hitting streak, 15 games and counting.
Yeah, we're halfway through a calendar month, and he looks up and he's had a knock. You can't get caught up in it. You have to trust the process. Keep doing what got you to this point. Staying focused, not trying to do too much, staying within your plan, and studying the opposing pitcher.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Two men are on with two men out. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Waiting on it is Brinson. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Cubs strand a couple, but they're up 1-0. And that'll bring up Peter O'Brien. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. One and one, here it comes. Up high, 2-1 now.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
And a good throw gets him one gone. And with one away, today, of course, Jackie Robinson Day around Major League Baseball. We had a nice ceremony before the game in honor of number 42, as his legacy lives on to this day. So one out now for the Marlins in their half of the third. And up next, the Miami area native Lewis Brinson. In there, and it's 0-1. Brinson, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers. He was acquired via trade last year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Skied down the left field line. Zagunis is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are two men out.
Batting up, the pitcher, Caleb.
Now at the plate, Caleb Smith. First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike one.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
Behind 0-2 now. Marlins are still on the lookout for their first hit of the ball game, and it's fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Miami down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Welcome back to Miami as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Matt, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored one run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. 1-1. Hit down the line at first. Walker has it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting,
So
Right
with
fielder,
one away, let's punch up the
Jason
graphic and show you the
Hayward.
pitch speed comparison for the two starters here in the fourth inning. Both guys pretty close. Top speeds of 95 and 94. So one away here in the Chicago fourth, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Here comes the first pitch. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Brinson, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
In now, Mark Segunas, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 0-1 delivery. Fastball well outside. To 1-2 now. And this one's in the dirt. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. Hit to short. Reined in. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. Off of one leg, in the hole, falling away. That is pure magic. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Digging in to try it again, Starlin Castro back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Almora will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, shortstop, Miguel.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Miguel Rojas. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. The 2-1. Grounded foul off to the right side. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Heading out toward shallow right. On the move is Hayward. He makes the running play. 2 down.
The batter, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Ready now for the Marlins, Brian Anderson. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there for strike 1. 0-1. Strike taken. Good bender on the outside there.
2 great pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he bounce something in the dirt? Does he go elevated fastball? A lot of options at hand right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail this one 1-0. Into the box, Albert Almora comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
The center fielder.
First pitch on its way.
Almora.
Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Ground ball left side. Anderson is there. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, Taylor Davis.
So striding forward now, Taylor Davis. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a slider to start him out, but that breaks down and in for ball 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Not close. It's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Now the 2-0 is up and in, but called a strike. Two and 2 to the Cubs catcher.
Hey, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here. Try and dominate and execute a fastball in, and then get the guy sitting inside trying to be quick to everything, and then pull the string a little bit on a nasty changeup.
The 2-2 one more time. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring up the pitcher next, Tyler Chadwood. Here's the first pitch to him. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball, so that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A wave and a miss made him reach. Comes set and the 0-1. Fastball just inside. And that misses. 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Ball 3.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
He loses him on ball 4.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now. A hit in 2 tries for him so far.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch hit on the ground toward the left. Played on the backhand. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Striding in, Curtis Granderson. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Granderson, often referred to as the Grandy Man. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth with a punch out, 1 away.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Into the box now, Jorge Alfaro, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the fifth. Shoots this one over to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Miami down in order. They're down 1-0.